Hey there, Juan Morales here, and in today's episode we're going to cover a topic that I think is very important for people today, especially people that are trying to sell something or that are trying to market their services or their products or whatever it is that they're doing, and how to really target better and create better results by matching your customers in a better way. And there's a lot that goes into this, and obviously in just one episode I'm not able to cover all of the concepts, but I want to give you enough so that you can start taking action on this and start seeing results in your own marketing as fast as possible. Many times when we think of any market in general, what we're really focusing on is a bunch of people that have a same problem. So if someone is having a weight loss issue and we are selling to that market, we're usually looking for people that have a weight loss issue and that want to lose weight. So that has been the indicator of people being interested in that for the longest time. Now, what has happened? That through time, people have evolved their marketing to drill down deeper and to focus more on that individual client. So through that evolution, we've gone from just talking to the group of people to talking to a segment of that group that share more things in common so we can make the solution even more of a fit. Think the difference between a generic solution to a problem. Imagine there's just one medicine that it cures everything, versus a very specific medicine that's only for a certain type of person that has a certain type of problem, and immediately sense the difference between that generic one being for everybody and that very specific one being for someone who has a problem. Okay? Now, this has been the current evolution that we're in right now, and that you see how products get what we call niched down, which is more specific, and more specific. But I want you to leapfrog that. I want you to go beyond that so that you can get even better results, even more explosive results, and you can do that even faster than ever before. And the way to do this is to think of that niche down as actually something that has to do with a process I call worldview fit. And what that means is people are people without being in that market, right? People are just people. They have certain beliefs, they have certain points of view about the world, and those points of view that they have about the world are what allows them to believe certain stories and not others. This is why, generationally, if we talk to older people from a couple of generations ago, they can't believe certain things that are happening today because their worldview is not the same as the worldview of someone who's grown up in the internet age and has had the availability of being able to create a worldwide business from the moment he's born. It is completely different when you're focused on that from the get-go and you've had a worldwide business capability. Every generation is different when it comes to this. So a lot of that changes our worldview. And that's why it's important to understand and match the worldview of your ideal client. What does this mean? Well, to craft that worldview, you have to really think of two things that give you sort of the combination or the DNA, if you will, of a person when it comes to their worldview. And that has to do with polarity. As we've all seen in recent years, polarization is a trend that we're seeing more and more that is leading everybody to be more and more with their own tribe. So how does polarization work? Polarization works with two factors, the things that you're for and the things that you're against. And without getting political here, if you think of political parties per se, even though it's a generalization and not everybody in the party feels the same way, but there's a worldview that is right now associated with Republicans and a worldview that's associated with Democrats. Now, if you were to pander only to your audience to get them to cheer for you, what would you do? What you do is you match the things that they're for and you're against the things that they're against. Because that's how you are able to connect on that deeper level with that person because you share that worldview. Now, this happens in everything. This is what happens when you take coaching and you have a good mentor, for example. Chances are it's going to be someone who shares your worldview, or at least has the worldview that you're looking forward to having one day. But more importantly, it's that fit that you get of matching that worldview on the things that we're both for and the things that we're both against. So think of your brand, think of your product or your service, and serving that market, and then think of what are the things in the worldview of the client that you can tap into, whether it's things that you're for or things that you're against. But once you tap into those, then you'll be able to resonate with your market way more than anybody else who does not have this step. Because while they will be focusing on features and benefits, you're going to create a connection bridge first with your audience. So they feel that they want to be a part of your world, and they feel that your business is the type of business that they want to support through their patronage. And that happens when you match that worldview. So again, always think in terms of that ideal client, that person that you're thinking about. What's the worldview that you're looking for? Let's say in the entrepreneurial world, is it someone who believes in, I can make a small business that creates a lot of profit? Or is it someone who believes that to create a lot of profit, you need a large operation and big team? So if you really think about that, just those two as an example, if someone's pro keeping it small, very tight, they're more than likely anti making it big and huge staff and all these things. So if I sell to that audience, what I'm going to be doing is talking about how good it is to have a boutique business and how wrong it is to have a massive McDonald's-style business that requires all this overhead because of the risks associated. So the idea is that we're always appealing to that worldview. And that allows us to connect with people. This is why when we're talking to a friend, we always know what to talk about, especially if it's a friend that we've known for a while, because what happened throughout our time talking to them and throughout the relationship is that we got this sense of what their worldview is. What teams they like, what teams they don't like. What foods they like, what foods they don't like. So that constitutes the worldview. After a while, when you're talking to your friend, that's why you remember certain things about their worldview, and it's why you maybe send them some memes or send them a joke or send them something, because now you know that that's a topic for them. Now, when you know these things and when you know what their worldview looks like, then you can really start working with that information to your advantage. Because ultimately, this is how people get to like you, because you share their worldview, and you are constantly appealing to that worldview, and you're constantly confirming what they already suspect to be true, which is the things that they're for, that they believe, for example, that they can make a business from home that can generate a lot of income for them and their family. If you confirm that, that gets them closer to you. Likewise, they may be thinking, oh yeah, big government is trying to stop the entrepreneur from moving XYZ. Well, guess what? If you're against that, and you're against the big government and them putting handcuffs on entrepreneurs and all that stuff, well, doesn't that mean you're going to like these people more just because they're talking about it? So anyway, this is the formula to leapfrog your competition when it comes to this. Instead of appealing to everybody and wanting to be very vanilla, you want to figure out that worldview that you're aiming for, and you speak to that. You're not trying to convert anybody. You're preaching to the choir, and that's where you have to come at it from. You're preaching to an established choir already. That worldview exists, and you're talking to it. And if you really think about it, when I created this episode, I'm really speaking to the worldview of my audience and my people, who are all about getting good ideas, and they also believe that with proper application, a good idea can change your business radically. And that's just one of them. I have tons of them. But the point is, if you do it for your business and you do it for your marketing, figure out the worldview. Grab a piece of paper, put 2 columns on it. In one of them, it's the things that they're for, and in another one is the things that they're against. And sometimes you'll be able to have on the same topic what they're for and against on that topic. Sometimes it's not that clear. But the point is that when you write those down and you decide, because that's what happens, decision. You decide that you want to go only for that worldview. Because you know that with that worldview, you're going to have better clients that last longer. Whatever the decision is, it's based on this. And that's why you always want to appeal to a specific worldview. Not just, people that want to lose weight. Because people that want to lose weight, that's the target that everybody goes for. And that's the target that all your competition and the beginners in a market and all of them, they focus on that. But if you think of the worldview, right? Now we're talking in terms of people that want to lose weight, but they also believe that big pharma is out to get them. They also believe that natural supplements are the best way to go about things. Can you see how it starts to get clear? And now you're talking to a tighter version of the market, but by making that tighter, you're really appealing to them. And that's when your message cuts through the attention fog, and that's when you actually start getting the results you're looking for. So anyway, just remember, look for that worldview and then match them, and you're going to see better results very, very quickly. Till next time, this is Juan Morales signing out. I'll see you on the next one.